Hey guys, it's Ecki from Garden Entertainment, and today I just wanted to share my first impressions of Lords of the Fallen, which is an action RPG developed by German studio Deck 13 and which is produced by Thomas Gope, I hope I pronounced it correctly, who's a former developer of The Witcher, so that's interesting. So as soon as you look at the game, you're probably gonna notice that it looks a lot like Dark Souls, and that's because, well, it does play a lot like Dark Souls. Now, people have kind of complained about that in the past, but it's actually not a bad thing. Now, let me explain. You got your experience loss after death and your really tough combat just like in Dark Souls. But the game does give certain aspects its own spin. For example, combat just feels more aggressive than Dark Souls. So it just kinda adds this tad of aggressiveness to the combat system, which kind of separates it from the Souls games. Apart from that, the story also seems a lot more fleshed out, at least from what I've played so far. For example, you can choose how to engage in conversations, so there are always multiple options to choose from when talking to a person, so that's pretty cool. And there's also a really expensive upgrade system, and it just feels a lot more like an RPG than, for example, Dark Souls did. So as you can see, the game looks great, but I hope that the day 1 patch I downloaded yesterday, which was about 5 gigs, would fix some of the screen tearing, some of the outrageous screen tearing that's in the game at the moment, but it didn't, and the frame rate also just seems to dip at times. So there are some technical problems, but they're not game-breaking bad, don't get me wrong. What did break the game for me before the patch was added, I think that was fixed, were some really huge bugs. For example, like bosses could hit me. There was this one boss was called the Commander, and he just hit me without even having an attack animation for that attack. And so that was really weird. I was just standing next to him, he was doing nothing, and all of a sudden he was one-hitting me, and that was really weird. So that's just something I wanted to point out as well, because that was really funny, but also really annoying at the same time. And there was another boss who could just slow down time. I've defeated that boss now, and it didn't happen again, so that was a bug as well. It was really weird. So I was just really slow all of a sudden, and I was just moving really slowly at the moment all of a sudden, and there was also something that was really frustrating, because if you want to fight a boss, you want to succeed, and you don't want to die over and over. If you fight a boss, you don't want to die over and over again. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, so another thing that stuck out to me that has now been fixed is the camera. That one was outrageous as well, because it was just like when you were fighting, it was just like rotating all of a sudden, and yeah, and you couldn't see your character anymore, and you just died because you couldn't see your character anymore and didn't know where you were, and that was also something that was really annoying and led to me yelling at the screen a lot. But I'm glad that that has been fixed, at least as far as I'm concerned. So if you like this video, just be sure to leave a subscription and leave a like. And yeah, we're also gonna have a full review on this game on our channel as soon as we can, so be sure to check that out as well, and see you next time. Thanks for watching.